Hi, my name is Bea, and today I'm going to present a recipe for an amuse-bouche. An amuse-bouche is basically some finger food that you can serve to guests at a cocktail party. It's really fun to make, and today the recipe is going to use potatoes, and I'm going to present the recipe for what I call potato nest with a crab and apple filling. So to start the recipe, you need to buy two potatoes. I prefer to buy baking potatoes. You peel them, and the first thing that you do is grate them using a cheese grater. So I'm going to demonstrate that. Now, of course, you can use a mixer with a special attachment if you have one, if you don't like the grater. So you take your potatoes and you put them in a bowl. So you would have two potatoes, so about the same size. It's about 200 grams. And then you're gonna add one beaten egg to this mixture, a little bit of salt. I like to use red peppercorn, so freshly grated. You're going to add a little bit of parsley, like this, and a little bit of chopped chives, like that. And then you're going to mix that. So you end up with something like this. And then you're going to create your little nest using a mini muffin pan. I prefer to grease the pan before using, but it's really up to you. You know better what kind of mold you have. So what you need to do that is make sure that you squeeze out as much of the juice as possible, like this. And then basically you're going to stuff it like this in each mold. This recipe does for about 20 little potato nests. So you continue like this. So you squeeze out and you press down. And once you've done the whole pan, you're going to melt a little bit of butter and add a half a teaspoon of melted butter in each potato nest. Preheat your oven at 420 degrees and you bake that for about 30 minutes until it's nicely golden brown. So 30 minutes later, you end up with those nice little potato nests. It's sometimes a little tricky to get them out of the mold, but it's really easy. You just take a little bit of a sharp knife and you just run it through the edge, and then you just make sure that actually nothing sticks until you actually lift it. And I suggest that actually you let that cool while you're preparing the filling. So to make the filling, you're going to take a green apple. And because I like to leave the skin on, just to give a little bit of color, I suggest that you actually buy it organic. So you're going to grate it. So the same thing, you use a cheese grater. And then you're going to take some meat, crab meat. I like to mix it a little bit with a mixer so that it's a little finer than the typical crab lump that you buy. And you're going to add and combine to the apple. Make sure that you also add a little bit of lime juice on the apple right away, because there's a tendency for the apple to oxide. So you mix that. Crab meat. And then you're going to add your herbs. So you're going to add 1 tablespoon about of coriander, chopped coriander. some chives, lime juice, olive oil, like this. And then you can season it to taste with salt. And this pepper or regular pepper, I use red peppercorn, but you can use regular black or white pepper. So this is your finished filling, and you can obviously taste it to make sure it's the taste you like. And then you're going to take back your little potato nests and you're going to start filling. Oh, one thing I forgot, you need to add some scallions here. So here you are. So once you're done with this, you take a little bit of a spoon and you're just going to take your potato nests and just fill on top like this. So you mount it a little bit so that it's stuck high, like this. So I'm going to show you those three. Then you're going to take some creme fraiche and just add a little bit of the creme fraiche on top, just like that. Just like this. If you prefer to pipe it so that it's nicer looking, you can do that as well. And I like to use pomegranate seeds for a little bit of color, as well as nice zesty taste, like this. And you can also take bigger pieces of chive that you're just going to put on top, just like that. Use some fine ones, it's actually better. And then I like to also add, to finish, a little bit of fleur de sel, just like this. Just like that. And here you are, you have your little potato nests with crab and apple filling.